To 23, she left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gain's an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out
Start this.
where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me for.
Yes.
No, it's different live. I shared the link.
Sure, done.
Hey guys, welcome to day 3 session. Let's kill up. 1 second. Let me share link in group.
Yeah.
So we get.
I think Sai Kiran has shared it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, people are joining. Guys, if everything okay, you can tell us in the chat. How's the screen right now? It's lagging out.
So really sorry guys for the inconvenience caused due to some technical issues. Okay, so hope you all are doing good. Just put a hi in the text so that we can know how's it going there.
Yeah.
Today a new perk will be unlocked. The guy who is more active will be getting the Code Academy perk 1 year on his mail, which is worth of $250, guys. So make sure
Karthik.
I think everyone is here, CSA or IT guy. So it may help you a lot. Yes, Nitin.
Yeah. Let's just wait until we get up to 30 to 40 people,
Yes,
and
yes.
you can just then tell about the perk and everything.
So we'll be picking a comment randomly. So make sure you comment lot of comment. So there will be lots on.
Also, you can take snaps of the session and you can put it or share it in your community. You're
So
doing something good and you have to share that in your community. Just take a snap of the session and just share it in the community. Tag us. We'll be reposting your stories and everything. Let's make this so much interactive and fun.
So
Yeah,
let your friends also come to know you are joining the sessions likewise.
exactly. And Karthik, if possible, can you just put that Code Academy thing and perk in the group, like the group that we have?
Yes. 1 second. I'm setting up.
Yeah.
Done. So if there are people who know, and if you don't want them to miss this content, then you can just pull them into the session. Let's have a quick chat. Let's discuss about graphic designing. Let's discuss about more than graphic designing, because yesterday when the session was about web development, our discussion went up to the point where we discussed psychology as well. So it's just not limited to graphic designing. We're just going to talk so much more. So let's just have conversation deeper. So if there are people that you want them to join, then just message them, just put them the link and they'll join here.
And yeah, in today's session, we'll discuss about like graphic designing and how to get started as a graphic designer and how to get clients to it. So these are the today's topics, and just post your queries, anything before we start our session, so that will generally get answered by Nitya and Patabi.
Just tell us how many of you have created your Twitter accounts and posted tweets with the hashtag.
Yes.
I'm actually retweeting all your tweets. Whoever posts it with hashtag TextHappen. So
Yes,
if I
Nitya
miss any
does.
of your,
Yeah. There's a question like, how does graphic design include CG stuff?
Yes, it is.
what?
Yeah,
One
like,
second. I think
does
my
graphic design include CG
network
stuff?
is. Second. Uh, my screen is a bit stucking. Wait. Okay. 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 CG mean computer graphics, right? Yeah, it does. If CG means computer graphics, yes, graphic designing do include computer graphics as well. But computer graphics is something very advanced, whereas freelancing and graphic designing is it's more simple and easy, not too complex. Or when it comes to computer graphics,
Exactly.
yeah.
So Extreme came out 2017 asks, did you guys hear about Nvidia Canvas? Yeah, I've heard about Nvidia Canvas, but we don't really use it in our freelancing
Yeah,
field.
exactly.
Yeah, the most of the
uh,
tools that we like in Nvidia Canvas, what you'll do is you'll probably use AI tools, to customize all of the cool backgrounds and everything. But when it comes to freelancing, what we actually do is we just portray the whole content inside one particular image. So this image we'll give it to client, as graphic design. For example, you'll be going through a blog and then you'll come across a graphics in between. So that graphics has been added so that they can get clearer attention of yours. So that's the only reason why most of the graphic designers work in freelance as well. And there are people who customize graphics, 2 minute 3 minute advertisements. All of them are graphic designers as well. So the tools majorly that graphic designers will use, that Nitya will cover in this particular presentation. And we'll also talk about some of the graphics that people use, like professionals. They might be Adobe, and there might be Photoshop is also a tool that most of the freelancers use. So we'll also talk about all of them.
Photoshop and even graphic designing uses all these. If you're a graphic designer, you can also spread your wings into editing as well, I guess, because working, you can just combine those, and you can actually start editing as well if you're a graphic designer and wanted to go into the editing and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So most of the tools that we use are Canva and Adobe. So Adobe has all of these. So we use Adobe Premium. So it covers all of the major, our necessities and facilities that it provides. So all of our work will get easier with Adobe itself. So if it's a quick graphic that we're looking at, then we'll make use of Canva. The editor or the templates that are available there. We'll just edit them based on the requirements of the client. So in TextHappen, we majorly use Canva and Adobe Premium.
Yeah, our graphics are they are done by our graphic team, and they have their own brand called Aquella. So yeah, they do most of our graphics, they do most of the things.
It's 14. It's 14 right now. Guys, today's task is to remember that to make lot of comments. So there is a lot of chance to pick up you in random picker. So ask lot of questions, interact with other people.
Yeah, uh, Patabi or Cyclone, could you just post that in the group? I think Patabi is posting.
Like today, Perk will be Code Academy for 3 members.
Just post that the people or the person who is
One
active in the
person,
comment section, he'll be getting Code Academy. Like 3 of
yeah,
them will be getting Code Academy for 1 year.
yeah. One will be chosen from YouTube, and one will be chosen from Twitter from yesterday assignment, and one will be chosen
Yes.
from the most active guy.
Yeah. Like in all of the fields, like all rounder.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, actually, we used to do our own graphics, in the beginning, but later on, after the clients and everything had huge responsibilities to the content and graphics and web design, everything. So we have collaborated with this company called or a brand called Aquella. They do all the graphics and stuff. They do pretty good. They use all the pro stuff and everything. Yeah, big fan. What do you think about Blender animation? I do totally have not, I am not much into that Blender stuff, but I have heard about it. That term will be used by our graphic designers the most. I have no
Animators, mostly.
in-depth knowledge about that, so I cannot talk about it. I think so.
Manikanta, regarding Nvidia Canvas, definitely will bring a lot of change in the society because the AI gonna change the things the way we see. It gonna change complete dimension of graphic design industry. What Nvidia has launched 3 days back.
I just recommend to bring in your friends because you can form team. You can form an agency rather than starting as a freelancer. It helps you a lot in taking up multiple clients. It makes you feel stress, not too much of stress, and it will make it easy for you to establish a team, exchange your ideas or strategies. Just bring in your friends and encourage them to be a part of your brand or something. What kind of misconceptions, money, in graphic design? What kind of misconceptions are you thinking of? What if we use words, pictures instead Nvidia Canvas, like using it to form a background? Um,
They officially haven't announced yet anything regarding the words. Only they announced regarding the painting as of now. Extreme game.
okay, shall we start the session or just wait for
Yeah,
five
we'll
more
wait 1 more
minutes?
minute. At
Yeah, fine.
6:45 sharply we start.
Fine.
Right now it's
Sure.
40 members
They
counting.
do think it is more. No, money, not at all. Graphic designing is not at all complex. It just includes with your, or it just, parallelly go with your creativity. I just tell it as, choose a template from Canva or choose a template or draw a template according to your requirements or the client requirements. You know, you have to check those color combinations. That's it, I guess. In graphic design, the color combinations and the background images play a major role. It's a test for your creativity and yeah, colors and everything. You people are so intelligent. Mentioning all those complex words, but I don't know all the stuff in depth, but I have heard that words. Yeah, extreme gamer.
So what I actually noticed from the crowd that we have today is these people have the technical knowledge that is required for a graphic designer, but what they might actually lack is the freelance skills, how to actually approach your clients, where to get your clients. So all of these topics are covered in the session. So you might be knowing the
Have to
software,
be successful in this freelance journey and everything.
yeah, particularly graphic designing in this particular
Yeah,
session.
exactly.
So always passion with creativity goes hand in hand, right, Mani?
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Even if you start as a graphic designer and you only get clients, or you only work hard if you have passion towards graphic design, or even if you have passion to earn money, save that money and start something new or start your own projects and everything. Because without having passion, we'll just tend to leave that in between or in the middle of the way. Even if you have no clients for the first 15 days, or for the first 1 month, if you have no passion towards it, you just tend to leave that, or you just tend to lose your hope. So always passion and interest, especially with creativity,
Yeah.
goes hand in
So,
hand.
in which aspects the graphic design will use except games? So, Sai Akula. So, graphic designing will be, it plays a major role in multiple other domains as well. So, when you're developing a website, you want, attractive graphics to be placed. So, you have UI UX design. That is one part of graphics design you have. And in blog posts and everything, you'll also look at certain graphics that that will hold your attention when you're reading. So that is one type of graphics that people look at. There are social media that requires attractive posts to be made. So the post must also look really attractive, formal, depending on the context that we're talking about. So in those cases, also graphic designers will be useful. So graphic designers, based on their proficiency, professionalism, they'll charge nearly for one particular graphics. They're nearly charge around 1,200, depending on the project. So generally, the pay lasts around 600 to 800 for one particular design that they make. So it's just 1 day or 2 days that you'll spend for working for one client. But if the client is a strong head, then a client has his specific requirements, and you'll have to work according to it. And there are a number of revisions. Then it might take maximum of 2 days. That's it. So it's quick bugs, I guess.
I'll be mentioning every detail in the presentation. Don't worry. I'll be just taking you through all the things and bonus tips and on how to get your clients and everything. Just don't worry.
Shivam Kumar definitely will give. Join in the sessions every day. Be active. Be interactive. Yeah, Omni Bro is offline at moment. Google Bro is online. He is on backend works. Yeah, Nitya, let's start.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
right now count is 20 people are joining.
Fine. Okay. Just put all your questions here. Right after the presentation, we'll be answering them. Be active, be interactive, to win perks and everything. Yeah, my screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. So I welcome you all to the day 4 session. You have come so far, and we are very happy that you are here in starting something new, learning something new. So without much ado, let's deep dive into day 4 of our session and learn about all about graphic designing, how to start your career as a graphic designer. Also, even if you're a website developer, content writer, anything, graphic design will help you so much. I'm going to discuss everything in detail in the coming slides. So just please be patient and note down all your points. The essential thing, please grab your notebooks and grab your pens, note down every point. That would help you a lot. So without, yeah. Okay, what is graphic designing? Graphic designing is, it's we can understand graphic designing as a less complex thing. Also, we can define it as a advanced one or a more complex one. For now, I'll just describe or define what is graphic designing. Graphic designing is nothing but a basic example. This presentation itself is a graphic. Okay, it's a presentation, and I have included few colors here and there, and I have included the picture here towards the left. So this is kind of graphic design. graphic design can be many forms. Like it can be presentations, it can be posters, it can be flyers, Instagram posts, etc. All these stuff comes under graphic designing. Okay, designing something in order to express your thoughts, your vision, or market your services, so on and so forth. So that is what graphic designing means. So tools required to create graphic designing, or to create that compelling graphics, you can use Canva. As yesterday I feel like so much of good perk, or so much of useful perk has been shared to all the participants, that Canva Pro lifetime, that's an asset. Really, that's an asset. You can monetize that perk, and you can just kickstart your journey as a graphic designer. Canva is an amazing tool to make your graphics. And Canva, Adobe is, it's a little bit of mess, but it's very flexible. More than Canva, I would suggest, because we can make as as flexible as possible in Adobe. And we basically use Canva and Adobe. And the contents which go on to these graphics, they can be they can be checked, or they can be verified by using many other tools like Grammarly or small SEO tools, something like that. But excluding the graphics, if you are only concentrating on the graphic designing, I would just suggest you to go with the Canva and Adobe if you have expertise in that. Also, we'll be sharing all the tools list in the group today by the end of this session. So that's no need to worry about that. And how graphics are used by businesses. Okay, this is a very interesting thing of how you can actually monetize your graphic designing skills. For example, let's just take our presentation. Okay, we have just made this presentation for giving the session, or for giving you the points. This is a kind of graphic. Okay, we required this graphic. Texthappen required this graphic so as to explain you the points, or you the concept of graphic designing. Okay, so this is a general point of how businesses use graphic. Whereas many other businesses, all the online businesses nowadays, they use graphic for marketing their services, for marketing their products. Every business out there, they use some of the other graphics to post on their Instagram, to post on the social media, to to share with the people, and so on. Graphic designing is a big world. And getting clients for graphic designing is as simple as that. I'm going to tell you on how to get clients as well. So just don't miss this chance. If even if you're not interested in graphic designing, just have a team with you, or a person who does do this graphic stuff. You can just team up with him, and parallelly you can work on two different domain clients. So I would suggest that graphic designing is truly extraordinary when it comes to businesses and tasks that a freelance graphic designer work on. All the task you work on is doing posters for now. If even if you choose the graphic designing as a main hustle, you can join some of the best graphic designing companies, wherein you actually do all the business pictures, the designs for the business pictures, their product documentations, etc. Whereas as a freelancer, you get to do their marketing templates, marketing posters, presentations, all sorts of things like Instagram. Also, you can take this package of whole Instagram marketing stuff, and you can tell them that I'll be doing 15 or 20 posts per month, and I'll be marketing your Instagram or social handle, and you can just take away like 8 to 12,000 per month by doing this Instagram marketing. And a detailed guide on Instagram marketing and social media marketing will be given to you. All the documents and all the tools and stuff will be given to you in the mastery courses. Social media marketing is something which we are doing from a very long span of time, let's just say like 4 to 5 months. And it's truly a big thing. Every business requires social media marketing, and if you have this graphic designing skill with you, you can easily master social media marketing, and you can easily know that tactics on how to market the businesses. So just learn this graphic designing right now. Start doing that using Canva and everything. Just select a template and do all your graphic stuff, and use your creativity in developing good graphics. And in the meantime, in the mastery courses, you'll get to know how to integrate that skill of you, like making graphics and how to integrate that with the marketing. Yeah, we'll be telling in detail, everything in detail in the mastery courses. So just kickstart your graphic designing journey right away. And yeah, high profit niches for you as a graphic designer. High profit niches, I would say, niches is something I have told you yesterday too. Just as a reminder, I'm just reminding all the stuff which we have discussed about the niches. Niches are something that specifies a particular category. I have selected a niche called business consultancies. You might select a niche called photographers. You might work for the photography companies or photographers, individual photographers. I might work to the business consultancies. All these are all these comes under the niches. So highly profit niches, you have to find out which businesses gives you the highest profit, like which niches have this highest requirement of graphics. Okay, highest requirements of graphics will be, or will, they need the businesses, uh, for example, the businesses such as business consultancies, they always need a graphic. They always require to post their businesses or their consultant services of their clients, their testimonials, and they continuously need to update their site with the testimonials, wherein they require a graphic designer to actually work upon all those designing stuff and put the content on that designing stuff, and to market on their social media. So I would say business consultancies would be the highest profit niche when it comes to graphic designing. And there are many other niches or businesses which require graphic designing. Also, you can estimate the social handles of that businesses. Okay, just go on to Instagram, search in which business or which niche, like health and lifestyle, workout, all these niches, they require huge team of graphic designing, because health and lifestyle, workouts, and all this personal building and personal branding, all these niches, they just continuously post on Instagram so as to increase their community, so as to increase their customers. So they require huge bulk number of graphic designers. So I would suggest that go on to Instagram, search in hashtag lifestyle or hashtag this gym, or hashtag workout, hashtag health. You can just visit a few of the accounts. You can just email them, or contact them, or message them on Instagram, and you can tell them about your graphic designing skills, send them some few templates which you have done, and they'll get back to you. You can just text 10 or 15 clients. Definitely you'll be getting a reply from at least 2 to 3 clients. So you just close that deal and start working on one particular project, or just establish your team and take on 2-3 projects. Then next, graphic designer, content writer, and website development. If you have a team of content writer, of graphic designer, and a web developer, you're all set to start an agency. I'm telling you, if you have all these 3 skills, or all the team who have the 3 skills covered, you can just start right up. You can just start as an agency, and you can just spread your wings in giving the packages. You can tell the client that we'll be giving you website development, wherein that web design or the website also includes graphics, backgrounds in it, with the content in it. So you can just give that whole package for him. In keep your rates minimal at the first, so you can give him, let's just say, like 8,000 to 12,000. I would suggest give it for 12,000. He might negotiate with you, taking it till 10,000 or 11,000 might be. So having such kind of team who does all this stuff in parallel, that helps you a lot in getting started with higher returns, higher profits. Okay, so yeah, I think the slide is clear, and if there is any doubt, please put them in the comment section. I wanted to clear everything because these 6 points are majorly important in graphic design. If there's any doubt, guys, please tell me, Karthik, Patabi.
Yeah, there is a question here from Kanesh Chandu. What are the main things we must learn for graphic designing?
Okay, the main things is nothing but you just have to learn Canva for now. If you're starting, you just have to keep your creativity and apply that color combinations or your creativity onto the graphics. And if you wanted to do exceptional graphics, like your own graphics, etc., you can just go with Adobe. Adobe is very flexible, but it takes few practice. It takes a bit practice to master that designing using Adobe. But I recommend using Canva, because I think you got Canva Premium yesterday, or Canva Pro version. Just go with that.
Yeah,
Just play with the templates. Even you
yeah,
have,
Ganesh.
in Canva Pro, even you have that background remover as well included in that. Don't miss the opportunity. Just learn everything in Canva Premium. If you guys want us to give a tutorial on how to learn Canva, we'd be love to do that. Like we'd be glad to do that for you as well. Just put it in the comment section that do we have to give you a tutorial on Canva. Yeah, go ahead, Patabi.
Yeah. So Ganesh, the major thing when you're talking about graphic designing is it's not the skill that you have, but also your imagination that works here. So when you talk to client about what his requirements are and how they can be managed onto your graphics, then it's your creativity that should come into play when designing the whole graphics. At the end of this particular PowerPoint presentation, we'll also show you an immigration website, like it's a blog that we have actually contributed to one of the company. So in that, there is also a graphics that we have added from our company. So by looking at it, you'll get a different, a clearer picture about what kind of things that graphic designer must have. So in my perspective, it's not the tools. You'll definitely get the tools, cracked or by purchasing them premium accounts.
It's yeah, exactly. It's just that you have to make the client convincing based upon your creativity or based upon the graphic you do. Right after looking at that graphic, the client has to, he has to feel that this is perfect and this is way too attractive for my customers to actually look at the service or the product I'm offering. You have to, you can actually, I can give you an example of the skill up session templates which Karthik have done. I think they're super attractive and I think they're super creative. You can just refer to that as an example of graphic designing for marketing purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there's any other questions, you can post them. Right after this, I'll be telling them. And the most important thing when you're starting your journey as a graphic designer, freelancing in graphic designer, you have to document all your prices. Okay, you take this down. You have to document your prices and maintain a particular rate card. You can also design that rate card using Canva as well. Design a rate card so that it includes rates or it includes prices for all the graphic stuff you do. You might do posters, you might do Instagram posts, you might do YouTube thumbnails also a highly required thing, graphic thing. So you might do YouTube thumbnails, posters, flyers, video graphics, motion graphics, etc. Just know, list out all these things, what all you do in the graphics, list out all of them, and you just keep a section of prices to the right side, and you just need to note down all those prices you charge for one particular graphic. Okay, also if you have no idea regarding how much to charge, or how much pricing I have to charge for one particular graphic, the best way I would suggest you is go on to Instagram or go on to some website of graphic designers. Just contact them as a client. Okay, you can just contact them as a client so as to know their prices. Okay, you will get to know their prices if you contact them as a client. Then use that prices in the start. You have to just keep them minimal. You have to just keep them minimal, not too much as that company or that freelancer prices, because if he has some clients, he might increase his rate with the progress he have made. So as a beginner, or if you kickstart your journey right away as a graphic designer, keep your prices minimal than compared with the websites or the freelancers you have contacted. So I would suggest documenting your prices is a must when you're starting with graphic designing. I would suggest you to document your prices even if you're starting with website development or content writing or affiliate anything. Like affiliate marketing, there will be commissions. No need to document your prices, I guess. So yeah, document your prices with whatever freelancing journey you're starting. Document your investments as well, your money that to be saved for your future preferences. Document everything. Yeah, I would suggest document everything and maintain a particular folder for that, so as to keep a track of everything. And you have to change them like every day. You have to change them like every day, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
next one. Yeah.
Samiha is here asking, do you guys have any set of number of revisions that the client can request, especially, I'm sorry, in case of graphic designing, because it's all about creativity, which is subjective.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly,
So
Samiha.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
You,
Samiha, there are two types of clients that you encounter in graphic designing. One already have a picture of what exactly he's looking at, how the graphic must turn out to be. So there is this kind of client who already knows what kind of the graphic that he wants, and there is the second type of client who have no idea about how the final result has to turn out to be. So in that case, it's your creativity that has to impress him. And in the other case, so there might be a number of revisions. There might be 2 to 3 revisions, because graphic designing, he might tell you that the figures or the objects that you must include onto the graphic. For example, if you're talking about data science, and there is a client that has come to you, I'm going to have this data science session and I want you to make a poster for me in which this graphics has to be there. So he has an idea that graphs, pie charts, and visualizations must be there onto the graphics. So he has an idea about certain items on the graphic, that the graphic, how it has to turn out to be. So all of this idea he has. So in that case, it will be easy for you as well, because he'll tell you all of his needs and everything. So you can also visualize the end product and work onto it. So there is, if there is a client that has no prior knowledge on how the whole thing has turned out to be, then it's your creativity that must outplay him there. It has to be in such a way that the client has to be impressed, if not in first revision, at least in the next 2 to 3 revisions. But maximum, it won't take more than 3 revisions in graphic designing. That's what we have encountered. We had a client, it was Jain Software Solutions. So even so, there was this Poha software that they were taking care of, and that Poha software, our graphic designing team, they worked on it. It's Vinay who has worked on it. So they have taken this particular graphics, and they weren't really appreciative in the first revision itself. So then we had to take 2 to 3 revisions after that, so as to convince him the whole thing. And at the last third revision, that was the largest that it took for us. So I'm guessing it's the average kind of number that you'll probably encounter if you're starting with graphic designing as well.
yeah, I would also suggest that right before you start your work, right before you work on a particular project or client, just know his requirements first. Take down all his requirements, even the color combinations. Just concentrate on every brand uses a particular color combination, as I've told you yesterday. Every brand uses a particular color combination. They want everything organized, they want everything super clear, not messy around. So just take down all his requirements at a one go. Just note down all his requirements. If you note down all his requirements, you can just glance it at every moment right after you develop a design or something. You can glance over it, and you can change according to his requirements. Once everything is perfect and you met all his requirements listed by you, you can then just forward that graphic with your client. Ask him, please, can I have your review? Is if there's any modifications, I would love to do that. Please let me know. You can just text him like this, and yeah, he'll definitely tell one or two changes, because no client will accept it right away. Until and unless he has no clarity on what exactly the design must look like. But I think most of the clients will tell one or two errors, or one or two changes or modifications in your graphics. You have to just learn, and you have to just change that, and you have to again send it back. Yeah, that's it. And keep your prices very confidential, and just have this negotiative skills within you. Have that confidence to ask for prices, because in this service industry, or in this freelance journey, if you do not ask your prices, they'll never give you. I would just, I like to put this forward. You just be transparent in terms of prices. Right after you submit your work and right after it is approved, just text him with the invoice or just text him with the prices you put in for that particular graphic. If you do a poster, price according to that poster, so on and so forth. Okay, just be confident and do not hesitate to ask anything. And yeah, next one is work on building connections. This is where your lead generation or your clients incoming
Yeah.
or
Karthik,
outreaching your services starts.
1 second, Atya. Karthik, can we
Okay.
have the presentation?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Atya.
Yeah, working on building connections. At this point of time, there'll be client inflow, outreaching your services, extending your network. Okay, extending your network. So I would say that networking is something which comes within you. It has to come within you. You don't have to be in this well and think of, oh, how do I talk with strangers, or how do I even message them, how do I have this conversation, how to start a conversation. It's nothing. Don't think too much, and don't be in this kind of mind state that he has to start everything, he has to start a conversation. It's not that. Even if you build a company, you're the one who has to lead it. You have to be the boss. That's it. You have to be the boss, and you have to take the initiations. No one will come near you and discuss with you until and unless you have a clear vision in your mind. Have a clear vision in your mind. Take that, initiate that conversations. Just initiate that conversations. Be the boss. Just start your journey. You have to be in such a thing that even if he doesn't reply, you doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you have so many other big, or you have so many other huge things in your mind going on, and you have to build something for yourself. Even if a person do not reply, it doesn't matter at all. Do not ever care about people, do not ever care about a person. It's just you to increase your network. Just concentrate on that network rather concentrating on one particular person. Okay, I would just put this point very straightforward. You have to build your career, not the that communications or not that sympathy kind of things in with people or something else. You just have to build your career. That's the most important thing. In order to do that, just text them, have a conversation stating your services, or have a conversation stating that, would you like to join my team? I'm a graphic designer. If you're a, yeah, if the opposite person is a content writer, you can just start your conversation stating that, I'm a graphic designer and I'm very good at bringing in leads for graphic designing. If you join my team as a content writer, right after I develop graphics, I'll give that graphic to you. You can put your content on that. You have to, initiate these kind of collaborations, these kind of partnerships, this kind of networking. Partnerships, networking, communications is what build your career, is what build your company, or is what builds your agency or stuff like that. So be the boss, be in the front row. Do not ever care about people, do not ever care about communicating. Just initiate that, start, be professional. Don't all the other stuff doesn't even matter. Ignore your friends, ignore everyone who does all this humiliating or downfalling kind of things. Just focus on your career, focus on your freelancing journey, or focus on your agency or company, anything. Okay, yeah. So extensive networking is that you have to have that mindset. So that's the only reason I'm putting it so much impact on that, to put that impact in your mind as well. So the next one, the second one would be join online communities and groups. Online communities and groups mean joining Facebook groups. Okay, there'll be many Facebook groups of graphic designers needed, graphic designing community, get clients regarding graphic design. All these are Facebook groups wherein you get 30 to 40 posts per day. There'll be 30 to 40 posts. I truly, I will be transparent with you, and I'll truly suggest that most of them would be fake. But in that 30 to 40, 15, at least 15, 10 to 15 might be genuine. This genuine kind of things, you shouldn't be backstepping, or you shouldn't be hesitating to just have a conversation with them. Just message everyone. Okay, you just message everyone, and the reply they'll be giving you in a professional manner, or some might be giving you like you get to know based upon their message whether the client is a fake one or whether the client is, he's kind of trustworthy. You have to analyze that based upon their messages. You have to be smart so as to, filter out all the fake clients and filter out all the trustworthy clients and authentic clients. So join in the online communities and be safe. I would just tell that, be safe. And online communities also mean joining Discord and Slack communities, I guess. Yeah, we basically join Facebook groups and LinkedIn, LinkedIn groups and everything. And online communities, I don't basically use Discord, but as Karthik always tells, Discord is amazing in regards of online communities. So just try online communities and groups, join online communities and group, and definitely join Facebook groups. That would help you a lot in bringing out your first client. And then start framing your message to your client. As I have already, shared that message templates with you, just start with them. In the meantime, based upon your client replies and everything, you can just change that or modify that message templates. For now, for starting your journey right away, just use that message templates. That would be fine. That will be very fine to actually message your clients. And do not forget to attach your work samples with that message. Do not ever forget to attach your work samples. If you feel that, okay, right after the client reply, I'll just send him my work, because so as to start that conversation or so as to build that conversation, that might not work in your initial stages, I guess. Because your profile has to be strong, very 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 strong, equipped with all the projects, all the testimonials. So then thereby you can just text them randomly without providing your work samples. But in the beginning of your journey, just provide them with your work samples as well. And keep your project minimal to avoid career burnout. Okay, I would suggest this very, in very important thing is, if you start your journey as a freelancer, like you're the only one who is working on freelancing and you have no other team with you, just take on one project at a time. Don't insist yourself or your mind with multiple projects, because doing this multiple projects, it might give you a satisfaction in the beginning. It might give you a satisfaction of, oh, I'm earning so much, I'm getting too much of clients and I'm getting this flow of clients. But in the meantime, let's just say after 10 or 12 days, you tend to take so much stress on your head, that will in turn, affect on your academics or affect on your long term goals, or that will in turn affect on your, learning process. You don't get time to learn, you don't get time to improve your skills. And that might fall onto your head, and that might feel like, I wanted to quit services, I don't want to do this services kind of thing, I don't want to service, or I don't want to work for a client, something like that. That happened with me. That's the only reason I am telling you this. No other tutor or no other sessions, they won't put this point ahead, because so as to decrease the confidence in you. But I would suggest this: don't stress too much on taking up multiple projects at a time. At time wherein I really wanted to stop this services regarding graphic design or content, because we are just equipped with so much of projects. We are just equipped with so much of products and the clients are incoming, and we don't exactly know on how to divide the works or how to take in the team. It was back then, like 3 months after we started the service, and me and Patabi were exhausted like anything, and we just wanted to quit the services part. But later on, we just took time. We just waited for 1 week or so. We just have this detox period of all the social media handles and everything, and we just stopped everything for 1 week. And we thought, we just analyzed on how to take this forward. We took in some team with us, we made everything flexible, and we have collaborated with few freelancers. So in that way, we have just expanded and we have just decreased the stress on our minds, so as to avoid that career burnout. So I would suggest, if you're starting as a freelancer and you are only the one who is representing your freelancing journey and you have no team, just go on with one project at a time. It might be enthusiastic, or it might be eye catchy to take on multiple projects. It might be attractive looking at all those prices and everything. But please please keep it minimal. Take one project at a time. Complete it as fast as possible. Complete it in 2 days and take work on the other project, but don't work simultaneously on multiple projects. That's the major thing I would like to put forward.
Yeah, one second. So Ganesh made a statement here. Sorting the work would have been a huge mess. Yeah, yes, Ganesh. If you're just one single person working, if you don't have a team, then if you go for multiple number of clients, there might be situations where the client, calls you 3 times or 4 times in a day, asking you for the progress in the work, and there might be
Yes,
another client who's waiting for the work for 2 days or so, and you feel guilty about it because you made him wait for a couple of days. So there might be situations, wherein you take pressure on yourself, unconsciously. So in these kind of situations, there might be a career burnout wherein, after these particular projects, I'm not going to do freelancing anymore. So such kind of thoughts would be generated. And it's the same thing happened with me and Nitya. Before having
exactly.
a team of our own, we had, a stream of clients coming into company, and then we didn't really know how to manage the whole thing, how to. So we then started, using tactics such as maintaining a dedicated Excel sheet, maintaining a separate database for
Yes,
everything. And
yes,
then we grew as a team, and we had a person who administrates all of these work process. So if you are a freelancer, obviously you'll start off as a person. If you have a team, that's super, that's well and good. So if you have a team, then you guys just can divide work among yourself, and big bucks can be made, in a week, if it's a team that is working.
yes.
And if it is a team that is working in certain different domains, then you guys can offer packages, and Nitya stated previously. So that would be a huge help as well.
Yeah, exactly what Patabi told. Just if you have a team who manage all this stuff and everything, it might be very well and it might go very well. But if you are starting, just keep it minimal. And yeah, that's it. I would say this point is very important. Just have this in your mind forever. And yeah, having a great online presence is essential. See, the main motive of us to conduct the skill up sessions is to state everything what we have faced when we started this journey or when we started this company. The essential thing is that to support you at all times. It means that there were no one to suggest us what should actually be done or how the process should actually go. We just learned it ourselves by all the online things, all the online resources, and all the experiences we had. We had a client who is, who's the psychopath and who left the project in between. We had this client who is very sweet, and we also had a client who doesn't even know his requirements. So many types of clients, so many mindsets of these clients, and we have learned so much in this practical journey. We just wanted to, let everything out, and just provide you all the required, all the essential things that we have gone through in this entire journey. And we also wanted to help you kickstart this successful journey as a freelancer and establish an agency around you. So that's the whole motive of the skill out sessions. um, just be motivated and just don't quit anything with one particular downfall moment. We are here. You can just contact us. You can just explain your position in any in any particular time. If you explain us, okay, I am having this client is not telling the requirements, or this client is not willing to give the money, you can just post every single message or every single conversation. We'll be suggesting you the best, the best possible way to close that deal or to just eliminate that project. So yeah, we are here for you. And yeah, having a great online presence is essential. Why having a great online presence is essential means, even if you're starting as a freelancer or even if you're starting as a company, it's important to let people know. Okay, for example, there's a company called Texthappen. It's important for us to let the people know that, okay, there's this company Texthappen. It is providing so much knowledge for the students or so much knowledge for the freelancers to get started. We have to outreach our services or our support, so as to help so many students out there to join in the sessions and to start their freelance journey. This is kind of online, having a great online presence, or outreaching your support or outreaching your help. So collaborate with all the communities, collaborate with the people, and outreach your brand, outreach your community. That's the only reason I have told you to create your Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter handles. you know to let everyone know that, okay, I am existing, and my agency is something which actually helps businesses in doing their graphics, or actually helps the businesses in doing website development. You just have to make a presence, you just have to mark that presence for yourself on the internet. Okay, you just have to mark or establish that presence of yourself on the internet, so as to, you can just showcase your works to your client. You can just make your family feel proud that your business or your agency or your freelancing journey is online, and it is receiving so much of support, and it is receiving so much of love from your community and stuff. So having a great online presence, it's essential. It's so much essential when it comes to increasing your clients or increasing your community. And another wall of this having great online presence is getting your clients. Okay, if even if you're doing website development, even if you're doing content, even if you're doing graphics and many other stuff, you have to just create this posters, or you have to just create graphics, and you have to use this call to action lines. Call to action lines means, uh, 2 days to go, or take action and get it as much, as minimal price, minimal price for 2 days or 3 days. You have to use such call to action lines wherein your clients has to actually read those, wherein the eyes of your clients has to go onto that graphic. You have to use such lines on your graphic, keeping it minimal and attracting or driving your customers to actually contact you. So make graphics, use call to action lines, and post that graphics on social media. At least, post at least one per day. Post at least one based, regarding your services, or regarding your testimonials or clients, etc. Also, I do suggest that Instagram, you post more of how your website designing skills are, or how your content might be, or you can just help community on how to get started. You can just post all these lines put forward by us in the skill up sessions. You can use those lines and you can post it on social media. You can build your community so as to develop this trust when it comes to your clients. Okay, just be active on social media, have a great online presence, do your graphics with suitable CTA is nothing but call to action. Post them on social media so as to drive in your clients. And I would also like to put this point forward. So many of the other clients, or the worldwide clients, they're searching for the services of freelancers by using search option on Instagram or LinkedIn. In Instagram, as I have told you yesterday, as I've shown you yesterday, if I search content writer in people on LinkedIn, there were so many accounts, there were so many profiles who actually written that they are a content writer, they does content writing well, etc. Clients actually find your profiles by this by searching on these social handles. So it's more important to have this great online presence in order to get your clients, and in order to drive in that clients. And how will your profiles be in that first line? I would say that be consistent and post so many posts as you can. Like in a day, even you can post 2 or 3 posts in a day. That's not at all an issue, because if you are engaging, or if you are consistent, and if you are constantly posting that, the algorithm tend to show your profile in the first go. Okay, if you are super consistent with your profile, if you're super consistent in posting informative things, or if you're posting all about your services, the algorithm will tend to make your profile list in the first column, or the first search. So just be that consistent, and have a great online presence, describe everything very clearly. Yeah, that's the only thing to have a great online presence. And create a spectacular website, include all your designs. If you are a graphic designer, if you are a website developer, if you are a content writer, have a website for yourself. Include that website in your LinkedIn bios and Instagram bios and Twitter bios. Design that website as in such, the client, right after looking at your website, he has to immediately contact you, giving you the project or giving you the deal. You have your website represents your brand, your website represents you, yourself. Okay, your website can consist about you, what services you offer, or it can actually consist of simply the services you provide, not describing much about you, or simply the services providing by you. Yeah, you can design according to your comfort, you can design according to your creativity. Have a website, just start designing your website. And if you are good with SEO, search engine optimization, you can also do that as well to rank your site whenever a client search for website development on Google search. You can also make your site rank in the top position using your SEO skills, search engine optimization skills. So that would be easy. That would be easy with WordPress and Wix. I suggest WordPress and Wix. Whereas if you wanted to do spectacular designs or easy methodologies in developing your website, I would suggest using Wix would be the best start, or even using Google Sites would be the best start. WordPress is kind of messy. When you're into website development domain, you can use WordPress for developing your website. But whereas if you're a graphic designer, or if you're a content writer, or digital marketer, social media marketer, you can just use Wix or Google Sites to just drag and drop the elements and to build an amazing site which is responsive. The sites are responsive. The sites will be amazing when you look them in when you have a look at them in the web desktop or in your mobile phone. Okay, using Wix, WordPress, and Google Sites, the sites are responsive in the sense they'll be great in your mobile as well as in your desktop. Okay, so next one is, do not ever step back, have confidence in your skill. I have written this point because even if you have your website, even if you have your social handles, it might take a bit, it might take a bit, or it might take few days or few months even to get your first client. Do not ever backstep, or do not ever lose your confidence. Just be consistent in what you do. Just post content, help your community. Just be consistent in what you do. The client's inflow will definitely be done in couple of months, or in couple of days, or even weeks as well. Okay, just stay motivated at all times about your career. And yeah, learn and apply. I have also put this point forward yesterday, to learn as much as you want, learn as much as you need. Okay, once you're equipped with so much of knowledge, just start sharing that knowledge with your community. Why don't you share your knowledge while you're learning? If you share your knowledge, so many people will, they contact you stating that I would like to join your team, or I would like to take few suggestions from you. You can actually help them. You have to help them in making their career successful as well. Helping is something you can do, non-profit, or something that gives you satisfaction in helping others. Okay, just learn, apply, be consistent, do not ever lose your confidence, share the information with your community, and constantly post about your services, offer discounts, everything, so as to have that inflow of clients. Okay, I truly believe that everyone is noting their points, because these are very important things I'm putting forward. Just have your points noted, and if there's any doubt, you can just post them in the comment section. And yeah, you can promote yourself as UI graphic designer. UI graphic designer is nothing but designing websites, like designing, as I've told you, website designer. He also comes under you know alias a graphic designer, because website designer has to design all these backgrounds, the alignments, and everything. So yeah, you can work as a graphic designer for websites, for marketing graphics like Instagram posts, social media marketing, YouTube thumbnails, etc. And you can actually design motion graphic designers, that is including videos in your graphics, and etc. And or else, if you don't want to specify or separate yourself as a particular graphic designer, you can just call yourself as a professional graphic designer, wherein you design all the things starting from posters to YouTube thumbnails to website graphics and everything. You can just include everything at a one go. That's not at all an issue. Okay, so is there any doubts in the chat box or comment section?
Yeah. So I was actually waiting for this moment. So
Okay.
Samiha is asking, is designing a book cover a graphic designing gig too? How much scope does this niche have?
Yes, designing a book cover. Okay. Uh, Fine.
Yeah.
Designing a book cover also comes under graphic designing, Samiha, wherein spreading your wings in this particular niche, it might be a little hard thing, or it might be a little effort from your end, because so many other, so many people are not really onto this book writing when it comes to the clients on LinkedIn or clients on in Instagram. Whereas you can find this clients, the particular niche you have selected, like designing book cover pages, you can find those clients on Twitter. Because many of the abroad clients or many of the abroad people, they tend to write books or they tend to release books under their company names and everything. So you can just contact them using Twitter, I guess. Whereas in India, even if there's, I would suggest that even if there is no idea of one particular client in writing a book or in publishing a book from their company, you can just approach them that I really admire your work and the work put in by your company. I would suggest that your company can also launch a book so as to help many others, or so as to help me, to actually learn from you, to actually learn from your insights you give in that book. And I would love to do that cover page of that book. So yeah, waiting for your reply, or hope to get this project from you. Like that, you have to just conversate with them like that, so as to create that idea in their mind, at least to start writing their own book or start publishing their own book.
Yeah.
So you
So
can find, yeah,
and
continue.
Fiverr is another exceptional platform wherein most of the writers look for ebook cover makers. So all of the people who makes ebook covers are also graphic designers. So for people like the population that actually writes this kind of ebooks and looks for someone who can make them a cover are comparatively less. Like you can actually concentrate on other niches like designing graphics for businesses for their marketing or for their website purposes. So it's better to have your a Fiverr profile filled with ebook cover examples or certain demographic graphic designs. But whole and soul concentrating on that particular niche isn't probably profitable. That's what I think. But having a fever bio filled with the type of demo in that sort is definitely a great idea, because most of the writers who look for such kind of graphic designers, they usually go to Fiverr and Upwork and platforms like that.
Also, just searching for opportunities, not only graphic designing, you know to think it in a smart way. There are many websites who actually have a website, who are actually having this, clients inflow and everything, but they are lacking with the marketing. Okay, as a graphic designer, you can approach that website or the owner of that particular business. You can tell him that your company is doing great, but I think spreading your wings in marketing as well, like marketing your products or marketing your services, or you can even launch a podcast from your company. You can always suggest these kind of ideas for businesses out there. So businesses, they always, there's this thought in their mind for every business, to grow their community or to grow their business, to increase their monetization game. So you can always approach this company stating that stating all your ideas to that companies. For example, you can approach this website development company stating that I can do this marketing thing for your company. Or else you can just launch a course, a full stack development course, full stack web development course from your company. I'll take care of the marketing thing, I'll take care of the graphics, and I'll take care of the campaigns. And yeah, you can launch a web development course wherein for the marketing thing, you can talk as a partnership thing. You can talk 50% partnership, or you can talk 25% partnership right after marketing their course. Okay, you can always, you're always open for such kind of opportunities. You have to just think in a smart way. You have to approach them in a smart way. Okay, you have to just text him that your company is doing great, why don't you launch a web development full stack course, and why don't you give me the contract of marketing that course? I would bring you clients, or I would bring you the students to actually attend this website development full stack course, because it is very booming right now. You can tell all these kind of things, and you can take that deal as a graphic designer or a marketer, and you can actually ask him for the partnership in the profits earned. Okay, this would be one smart way to approach clients in order to give your services. There are so many other ways in generating leads. There are so many other ways. So everything, like the all the ways or all the things would be given to you by Saikiran. He's a lead generation specialist at TextHappen. So he would give you that in the mastery course, like for every domain he would give on how to collect the leads and etc. I have put in few, 5 points on how to actually get your clients regarding graphic designing over here. So I would tell that in a brief way right now.
Yeah, and
uh,
Nitya, there are a couple of questions more here.
yeah.
So one question is from Extreme Gamer. He is asking, do you have any project designs now works that you can showcase, for example? Yeah, yes, we do have. The amount of projects that we have worked in graphic designing are majorly UI UX design for websites. We have also prepared product documentation. So product documentation also requires certain level of expertise in terms of the graphic design and as well as content. So our content team and as well as our graphics team has coordinatively worked on this particular product documentations field. And the other thing that we have worked on is social media marketing for companies. When we are marketing social media, graphics actually plays a really huge role in that area. So we have used our graphics team there. So we'll definitely show you all of the examples by the end of the session. There is a company called DevOps Container. So we have designed the whole UI UX for that website, and it was one of our earliest projects. And there was another company called Quanta, and we have designed their product documentation, but it's kind of confidential, so we're not going to show that because it's client and the company or service
Yeah, you
providers.
have to
Yeah.
keep things very confidential when it comes to giving your services or providing services for companies. This is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Just keep everything in yourself or within your team. Yeah,
Yeah, so
continue.
once they are published, like if it's a website, then if once it's published, then you can just showcase it to people. But if it's under development or if it's not publicly released by the client, then you're not entitled to show it to the outside world. So you just have to take care of that. And when it comes to confidential information such as product documentations, product requirement documentation, so in all of these things, you'll also require graphic designs. So so as to establish that connect with the client or service provider. So in that case, such kind of documents are not supposed to be, showcased as your works as well. So we have worked for around 8 to 9 such product documentation. Product documentation usually takes around 2 weeks to develop because there'll be a number of revisions. Because based on product documentations itself, companies actually land their sales. For example, you're a company and you have AI chatbots with you, then you actually ask us to write product documentation for it. Product documentation involve what exactly that product can provide the service, what exactly that can do to their businesses. So all of these things, a little bit of technical information as well, will be shared to the customer. So it's between the customer and the company that is providing these services, so it's a little bit confidential. So we have worked on that, but we're not going to show it here because it's confidential. So we're going to show you the UI UX designs that we've made for websites, and we're also going to show you the posts that we have designed for social media. Yeah, that'll be everything. How
Yeah.
can yeah?
Or
Another question. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Do you want to add anything,
Yeah,
Nitya?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, no, please tell that question.
Okay. So digital marketing comes under this package. Money, actually, this digital marketing is a really huge ocean.
I would suggest to you that if you are good with graphic designing, just master marketing thing, social media marketing. Because adding social media marketing or digital marketing, anything, social media marketing, let's just talk, adding social media marketing skill to your graphics, it will give you huge returns. If you do social media marketing for one particular client with all the graphics and stuff, you'll get around 12,000 to 15,000 per one particular client. Okay. That social media marketing can be done for 1 month or 2 months or so on. You can just charge him, like, if it is for 1 month, the basic version, like posting 8 or 12 posts per month, you can just charge him over 12,000. If the client requires that, like 20 to 30 posts per month and marketing those posts, you can take your charges up to 30 to 40,000 as well. So adding the social media marketing skill for your graphic skill, it's totally an asset. because social media marketing is, it's a large ocean. It'll take you into the world of strategic thinking. It'll take you into the, into this ease of marketing your own services or your own project products. So social media marketing, with along with the graphic design, it'll serve as one total main hustle for your, freelance journey. So I would also, we are coming up with this social media marketing ebook as well. That ebook just costs around 149 rupees, I think. But we have, put forward all these strategies, all the marketing techniques which we are doing currently for our clients. We have put forward all of that. And, as Samiha mentioned earlier, we do require a book cover design for that. Yeah, if you are interested in doing that book cover design, and if you are interested in doing so, please contact us on Instagram, like Instagram text happen. We'll just get back to you, and you can take up that project as well. And we would be launching that ebook for as much as, as less price as possible, but with utmost quality and utmost strategies we have put in to get in to drive in the clients regarding social media marketing. And, to provide our services for, 20 or 30,000 per month. We would be putting all those strategies. And we, Patabi is working on that so collectively, and he's so dedicated in putting out all those strategies, all those tips and tricks in getting started with social media marketing. So yeah, we'll be just updating that very soon. Yeah, we'll just continue with this presentation. The second point, if there's any questions, please stop me and tell Patabi. Okay.
Yeah, there are 3 more questions, but we'll actually get to them in the end of the session. That
Okay,
would be
fine.
Yeah.
Fine. So collaborating, the second one is collaborating with the web developers. This is one of the, efficient way. Just go on to the Google search, type in website development companies. You can just find out their contacts and emails. If you find out their contact, the cell number, it's like it's the most diamond for you. You can just call them and you can tell them that I'm a graphic designer and I design all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of graphics required for a website, and I charge very minimal. I wanted to partner with your company in developing graphics for all the websites you do. So you can talk them as such in terms of partnerships, and they obviously ask you to share your works. You have to just take their WhatsApp number or confirm that number you're talking is their WhatsApp number or not, and you have to just send your works and everything. You have to continuously keep a follow up. And yeah, you'll definitely get that, because website development is something which deals with a lot of backgrounds and graphics. So that's definitely a game changer if you approach them as a graphic designer. Yeah, even you can approach small website developers as well, so as to partner or collaborate with them. That would be a great thing. And yeah, third one is signing up for design job sites. Okay, as I have told you, the very first day on how to smartly get your clients, you have to actually contact all these job sites, Internshala, Indeed, all these social media marketing companies, etc. you go on to you go on to that job sites. You can just find out graphic designers needed, advertisements on that sites. You have to just collect, there's this company who have posted this social media marketing or graphic designers needed. You just have to type in that company name on the Google search. You have to take their contact and you have to call them or email them regarding your graphic designing prices, rate card, or your works. Okay, you just have to get your clients in that way too. Just don't apply for the jobs. Rather, you be your own boss and approach them as an agency or approach them as an individual. Okay. Companies, I wanted to put this point forward, that companies usually, they just wanted to take in partnerships rather than to actually hire employees, because when companies take in partnership, if they have a particular project, they'll hand over that project to you so as to do the graphics. If they hire a particular person, they have to give salary, whether if they bring the projects or not, they have to give the monthly salary for that person. So rather doing that, or rather making themselves, like putting themselves in a risk position, most of the companies look for partnerships wherein they'll give you the money according to the projects you have done or projects you have submitted. Okay, that's the most essential part. You have to make a note of that. Make a note of this. Is a very important point. And spread your connections on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. I would say that in LinkedIn, you have to just keep on connecting with people, keep on connecting with CEOs, founders, managers, operational staffs, etc. So, because they know what exactly their company is in need of, they know what exactly their team is lacking. So, if you just send your connection request to the CEOs, founders, they might get back to you that stating that, okay, we have this position of graphic designer, we have this need of graphic designer, so send your work, I'll just forward it to my team. So just spread your connections on Twitter and on LinkedIn and Instagram. It is not that much important to spread your connections because most of the professional network don't use Instagram. So just use Instagram to educate your community, to support your community, post tips and tricks on Instagram, whereas LinkedIn and Twitter, just establish your network, send connections to your clients, and continuously message, have this personalized message, and text that personalized message to your clients. Okay. Also on in LinkedIn and LinkedIn and Twitter, you can just post this CTA called rupees 199 for a poster for next 3 hours, limited period offer. All these kinds of things are, they're very attractive, and they are looking very minimal for your clients. Oh, okay, so I can take this service because I'm having this requirement. Let's just take this service because it's just rupees 199. So why not just take it? So that kind of mindset will be developed in your clients. So just be strategic, be quick, be spontaneous, and be creative at all times. I would suggest you that. And yeah, I have also mentioned the fifth point earlier. Try to implement SEO for your site so as to rank your website as a graphic designer in the very first go of the search, or in the very first page of the search. That would help you a lot in getting clients. Okay, yeah, that's all about the clients regarding the graphic designing. Yeah, just take a screenshot, or I'll be just sharing this whole presentation in the group. Graphic designing job sites. Okay, all the job sites, all the best job sites I have listed over here. Rather applying for that, you can just contact them individually. Whereas Upwork and Fiverr, they're just freelance sites. You don't really get their company names and the customer names. You can just text them in that app itself. Whereas Solid Gigs, Flex Jobs, Craigslist, online website development companies, all these are the things which you can approach in so many other ways, not just messaging them on that particular platforms, but you can just approach them in by using several methods like cold calling them or emailing them, or just texting their employees on LinkedIn. Okay, this is one of the efficient way. If they do not reply you back whenever you call or whenever you email, just find out the employees whoever working on that particular company. You just find out all those employees on LinkedIn and text them on LinkedIn and Twitter. Okay, that's one of the efficient way to get in your clients. See, there's so many things I'm putting forward in bringing your clients, and there are so many other ways, like so many other ways in bringing your clients. Just be confident and be consistent. That's it. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's all about graphic designing. That's all about the smart ways to approach your clients. That's all about the tools and online presence you need to get started as your as a freelancer and grow your community. So now is the questions and answers time. So let's go. Let's just have your questions. And yeah. Oh, there's so many questions.
No, we've actually answered many of them. So can you just get down, Nitya?
Okay. Okay, fine.
I'll tell you where exactly these start from. Even downer. Yeah, digital marketing will comes under this package. I guess you have
Digital
covered it previously.
Yeah. Digital marketing deals with many things: social media marketing, and all the campaigns, ad campaigns, etc. Google Analytics as well. So many other things, but social media marketing is enough. I guess social media marketing is an asset.
Exactly. So digital marketing is like a superset, guys. when you talk about social media marketing, digital marketing and social media marketing are two different things. Some of you guys might have confusion there. So digital
It's a sub
marketing is like
branch.
digital marketing is like a super branch, and social media marketing is like a sub branch to it.
Sub branch.
So digital marketing also include email marketing, traditional ways of television marketing. So all of these things will include digital marketing. Whenever you can see a screen and there is a content, written over it promoting a particular product, then that's digital marketing. In terms of social media marketing, you make use of social media platforms like Reddit, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, all of these things to promote certain products or promote certain services. So this is social media marketing. So money, digital marketing will not come under graphic designing. It is graphic designing is a part of social media marketing and digital marketing. So if you want to learn digital marketing, it's like a huge ocean. Uh,
Yeah,
you
I
have
would just
something,
put
Nitya?
this. Yeah, I would put it as, digital marketing is like one main branch, whereas social media marketing, graphic designing, SEO all come under digital marketing. Okay, if you have graphic designing and if you have social media marketing skill and if you have SEO too, then you can offer multiple packages to your client. Digital marketing is a name for one main branch. Under that, you have to choose your domains and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is
When
the
it
thing. And next question we have, Seven's asking, how can we find such clients?
What type of client,
Uh,
Shravan?
I guess the clients that we were talking about previously. Yeah, it's all about
Like sort
networks,
of
Shravan.
international clients, as we mentioned earlier.
Okay, international clients.
Yeah,
Y-
so it's all about
Yeah, I continue.
yeah, it's all about how you use these platforms that are provided for you, Shravan. Like for example, as Nitya stated previously, Facebook and Twitter, both of them can get you closer to international clients. And if you want to approach businesses in India, that concentrates on high-end technologies, and they definitely want graphic designers. They definitely want people who work on websites, but they mostly, prefer people who already know PHP and high-end web technologies like that. So just approach them through Twitter, Facebook, and much of the companies also post for internships on Internshala and stuff like that in India. So what Nitya has already highlighted this point. You just don't have to directly apply to it. But as a freelancer, as an experienced freelancer with certain work in that particular field, you just can mail them. There'll be contacts for it on Google. You just have to type in, get them, and mail them or contact them stating that, see, I'm a freelancer and I work in the technologies that your business interests the most, and I have something really interesting, so I can do this particular work for you and results would be amazing. So approach people like that, tell about everything that you're going to provide them, and definitely you'll get it. And see, in our experience, we have noticed that if one client is satisfied by our results, he'll definitely uh, um, suggest our services to some other clients in his network. So entrepreneurs, they have a huge network. People maintain huge networks. So we worked on Pathak developers, and then we moved on to some other construction companies for their web development project. And it's how the chain works, Shravan. So once you're equipped with the right skill and you're approaching the right clients in the right way, then getting such international clients or national-wide high-end clients is not a big deal for you. So you
Yeah,
just
there's
step
so
out.
many. Yeah, sorry. Okay, there's so many ways to get your clients. How the referral system actually works. I'm going to tell you. It very straightforward. If you get one client and right before your payment, you just ask that client that, if okay, let us assume that if the payment is 12,000, and you can tell that client that, give me 10,000, and you don't have to give me that 2,000. Instead, you provide me a referral client and you provide me a testimonial. Okay, so he'll be providing you a referral client from his network who actually need your service, and he'll be giving you the testimonial, so as to share with that referral and tell him that I have worked with a client in your network and he really liked my work, I'll do that. I'll do the same amount of same amount of work with same quality for you as well. You can contact him like this. We have done it for all our clients. There are so many ways to get your clients. There's so many smart ways to get your clients. Everything in detail or every other alternative way will be covered in the mastery courses. We'll be diving much deeper and showing you practically on our screen on how to actually search in, or how to actually message or communicate with your client. Yeah, you're working very hard with clients as well as studies. How do you
Over
cope up
with
with that stress?
stress.
Uh, okay, I think Patabi might have a right balance for it. I sometimes, I just take or open my books before 1 week of our, exams or something like that. until until there's this point wherein, okay, we have to read, otherwise that's going to be very hard for us. Until that point, we just focus on company, or we just focus on clients, we just focus on learning day by day on all these business things and all these strategic thinking. We just take care of the studies and academics when it comes, 1 week prior to the exams, or 1 week prior to the important things.
So in the classes, just listen to what people are teaching, and then you're equipped with the right knowledge. And one thing that I've figured out, in my late 3-1 semester is, why don't you just take, a Google site and just put up every content that you're reading. Like for example, today was your computer organizations. But for people who don't know what
But
computer
Abhi, put your
organizations is,
mic to
it's a CS subject.
put your mic a bit up. It's very low.
Okay.
The voice is very low.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there are subjects that most of your colleges might deal with if you're in CS or IT. There is the subject CO, and it's kind of hard for me in the initial stages. So why don't you just take a Google site and just put up content onto that particular site, and you just cover the whole entire syllabus. And once you're equipped with the whole syllabus, just take a domain, just take a subscription, just take a domain, and just publish the site, and you have a whole subject on your site, and you will definitely get traffic for it, and you just can do the same thing for all of the other subjects as well. Like you have data
Exactly.
structures, you have, so it's like you're combining your freelance web development skills with the knowledge that you have in your studies, and you don't really have to again open your books one week prior to the exam, with hypertension and everything hitting you from behind. So that won't be the case in that situation. That's the thing that I realized in 3-1. So why don't you just open Google Sites? Google Sites is just dragging and dropping. You don't really have to code in the traditional way. So you
Yeah,
just
you can
put
just
up
put in all your content and all your knowledge onto the Google
exactly.
site. Do a few SEO thing, or put your site on Google Analytics and everything, and just share that with your friends. And it'll start to rank, or it'll start to
Exactly. Once
appear
the
in the
semester,
searches. That will help you in your blogging journey as well, and in your exams as well.
exactly. So there is the two combination that's happening. You're equipped with your syllabus on the right time, and you're also having a site which is equipped with technical content. Technical content sells well, as every one of you know. You know what? I'll just give you a statistics that will definitely blow your mind at this moment. You guys know what Geeks per Geeks is, right? What is Geeks per Geeks? You guys know what is it? What it is, right? So yeah, I guess people will definitely know what Geeks for Geeks is. If you're from IT and CSE background, then there is a high chance that you know it. So in Geeks for Geeks, there are these technical articles on multiple programming languages and stuff like that. And Geeks for Geeks is currently equipped with around 130,000 articles on possibly every domain in technical and CS and IT. Yeah. So the ad revenue from Google Ads that Geeks for Geeks get every year is 9 crores. So only from ads, they don't have to do anything for it. People will click on their websites and traffic increases, and Google places ads on the website. And just by looking at those ads, the viewers will look at those ads, and from that, the revenue is generated, and it is estimated to be around 9 crores. So can you guys even imagine how much ad revenue the Google is concentrating on that particular website? So the same thing can be applied for yours as well. You guys know what tutorial point is. In that, you'll have subject-wise content for every subject, and okay.
I think there's a
Yes,
network
you can say
issue.
the network issue. Yes.
Yeah, I would just continue. Yeah, blogging is something which is very big. Blogging can also be expanded or extended by your SEO game and stuff. While writing all these subject or academic things, you can just share that with your friends while having your exams. Your friends might actually visit that and they might actually read. Some might not consider that option, but few may consider that. If you have 1500 traffic on your site, then you're eligible for placing Google ads on your site. So by placing those Google ads, you'll generate revenue per month on a monthly basis. Yeah. Let's go to the next question. Patabi?
And I want to add one point here. If you're starting your journey, it is some certain sort of point. You will definitely face criticism. So make sure you cross that. Then only you will reach your goals and your destiny. Never stop, never ever stop. Out of 7.5 billion people, one can't stop your goals now. In the same way, beyond the same fight, think about why you started the thing, what you initiated. Yes, continue.
Exactly the
That
same
is
point I
awesome.
have stressed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly the same point I have stressed on while explaining in the presentation. Just don't care about the entire world around you. Think that you are the only person who has to actually frame your career, who has to actually step up your career. Just don't ignore everyone, ignore every particular person. If a person is humiliating, or if a person is trying to downfall you, his character or his career is, it's just mediocre, or it's just ordinary, or it's just normal. It's you that you need to take that as a motivation, or you just have to take it as in such a way that I have to prove it myself, and I have to make everyone shut their mouth. You have to think in such a way, or you have to think in such positivity, that positive thoughts in you. It's your career. It's no one's thoughts, or it's no one's worry about your career. It's only
He's not
you.
gonna feed you. Yes, he's
Yeah,
not gonna
it's
feed us.
it's about you, who has to get this flexibility, or who has to get this independent life. So just ignore everyone, ignore about the people, ignore about the humankind. Okay, ignore about everyone. Just have your conversations with supportive people who can give you, or who can guide you with right strategies, or you can take our help as well. Okay, you can just step up, or you can just start your career right away. You just don't need to, or don't have to think about anyone. Think about your career and think about your journey, or in your independent life. Yeah, there's so much of motivation, or so much of I just wanted to make everything perfect in every one of you who are actually in this meet right now, or in the stream right now. I just wanted to
As
showcase all
of
that.
I think most of the people are from tier 3 colleges. In our academics, most of the
Yeah,
subjects are useless. If they are really useful, they would have included in tier 1 college now. Why wouldn't they include it? Some things we have to take, like just we need to cross the limit, like pause, and we have to focus that remaining thing on your career options out of the box, apart from the academics.
yeah, exactly. So Shravan is asking, without any prior work, how can we showcase our work for clients? As I've mentioned yesterday, Shravan, if you have no work, just start to build that for yourself. Okay, if you're a graphic designer, start to build graphics for your own self and post them on your website, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. So you'll get few work samples with you so as to send that to your client. If you're a content writer, just post few blogs on your onto your website or post few blogs in your community. If you're a website developer, just website develop website, few different websites. For example, if you're concentrating on a niche called photography, develop a photography website and keep it aside in order to contact your client stating that I would design your photography site like this, like I have developed earlier. I would develop same site for your business as well. You can just send your works as well to the clients without any prior work experience.
If you are facing any budget issue, do one thing. Purchase any, like you can get any free domain, right? On your ID card, you can get 2 domains. And at 00webhost.com, you can get free hosting up to 300. And in that hosting, you can host multiple static pages, nearly up to 5 pages. So you will be having 5 domains, means 5 designs. In the same website, you design 5 domains for free. You can use it as experience or else portfolio.
Yes. Also, just go with Google Sites, I guess, for,
Yes.
if you are a beginner, just go with Google Sites because you don't have to face an issue regarding the hosting if you use Google Sites, but you can design your site very well using the Google Sites as well. Just use that free domain from the GitHub Student Developer Pack and attach it to your Google site and, just share that website with your clients. Yeah. And next.
Yeah. Hitesh, I'm working on invitation cards and wedding cards on Fiverr. Any tips to grow my freelancing sales?
Okay. So Hitesh, it's good that you have defined a certain, a
Specific
certain
one.
population, yeah, population of clients for yourself, because you have expertise. You have expertise. You're now currently gaining your expertise in two particular domains, which is invitation cards and wedding cards. So one thing that I would suggest you is get as much inspiration as possible. By inspiration, I'm not talking about the mental inspiration, but go to google.com, just look at different designs that people are making, different world class designs for invitations. There might be the designs on Canva. There are so many designs on Canva on the type of invitation cards that are being displayed in the first few rows. They might be the best sellers there. So you just have to gain as much inspiration as possible in the first stages, because you now have a defined set of population of clients for yourself. Now once you're equipped with the right knowledge, you try something for yourself. Okay, I'm right now I'm a business owner, and what kind of business cards do I prefer? And then once you think in that way, once you think in the perspective of client, you'll start designing some awesome designs. Just you just collect them for yourself, put them in your inventory. So once you approach a particular business, a business or a startup, because startups majorly does not have an invitation cards, that might be not on their bucket list. So you can just approach them. So you can just remind them of how important invitation cards are, and how important role the design on invitation cards may play. And then approaching clients like that will create a certain importance for their businesses as well, and for their personality as well, because it's their name which is going to be on the invitation cards. So they might consider good graphics for it as well. So you just have to take whatever is in your inventory. You have stored something exceptional from your inspiration that you've drawn from world class designs. So you just have to show them these are particular designs that I've come up with. I've contributed services for my previous clients, and they really liked it well. So if any of these designs interests you, then we can change it accordingly and make yourself a unique one. So in that way, the same works for wedding cards as well, because you have a set of population of clients, and you just have to go and draw inspiration on some of the best wedding cards that are on the internet. Just go to Canva or just go to some other websites, and just search for good designs that are selling out there. And from there, you just draw some inspiration and experiment the same thing on your designs. And that would definitely lead to something really good. And the way you have to approach clients, it has been covered in this session, and do it exactly the same way, and everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one more
And
question. Yes,
one
yes, continue.
second.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
continue.
invitation cards and wedding cards is something, a less number of target audience would be there for that invitation and wedding cards, wherein other way for contacting or getting your clients regarding the invitation cards and wedding cards. Think what type of what type of people or what type of category actually requires that wedding invitations or invitation cards. Okay, for example, you can just contact an event management company. Okay, because that event management company, they take care of managing weddings, they take care of managing openings, or a shop openings or a complex openings, anything. If there's any shop opening near your locality or near your area, you can just contact them and state that I'll do an invitation card, or I'll do a launching card for your shop, and we can just promote that in the local newspapers, or we can promote that on social media, so as to drive in many customers and know about your shop, particular shop. You can just contact the small businesses, or you can just contact the event management companies, and you can tell that if there's any wedding or if there's any event that you're hosting, birthday parties and everything, you just let me know. I'll design invitation cards and I'll design wedding cards or birthday cards, like that. So yeah, you can just charge your rates for them. So there's so many other ways. You just have to put 2 points forward: what type of clients requires your service, and how can you find those clients. There's so many ways to find those clients, as I've one way I've told you now, and there's so many other ways to find those clients. I hope this helps.
Uh, yes, Hitesh, I want to add one more point here. If you want to target online audience, choose another niche like wishing videos, greeting videos. Uh, Spend 1 to 2 months on editing and start your freelancing career on video editing on like greetings. There is lot of demand on the this business. What you do? Yes.
If you are into video editing as well, when it comes to weddings and everything, you can just contact photography studios in your local areas, and you can tell them I'll edit videos for this rate or for this rate card. Yeah, you can talk that as well.
We have one question from Shravan Kumar.
Hmm.
As a freelancer, what do you use for invoicing and for tracking expenses? Excel sheet.
What? As a
Uh,
freelancer, what do you use invoicing and for
for
tracking?
tracking,
Uh,
payments and payouts.
Invoice. I don't
What are,
understand. The platform,
like
like bank accounts, Google Pay, UPIs,
no,
or
what are the
invoice
profits? What
documents.
are the losses? What are the number of clients we got? Like that total.
The maintaining everything. Excel
Yes.
sheet. Yeah, we
Yes.
use Excel sheet. Yeah, we use Excel sheet to one's particular Excel sheet for the team, for their monthly salaries and everything, and one other Excel sheet for tracking the clients, whether the project is completed, whether the you know the payments
Status.
are done or not, to maintain that status, and for everything one particular Excel sheet.
For invoice templates and all, you can use it from Canva as well. There are so many invoice templates on Canva, so you can just download them, make the necessary additions and everything, and you can just forward it to your clients.
Yeah, you can also collab with wedding plan. I totally love how people are actually adopting this thoughts and this mindset due to this skill up sessions. I really appreciate every one of you, because you're getting to know so many transparent things that actually no other companies will actually tell them, because everyone has their own lead generating way and marketing ways. I'm just happy that you're adopting all these things, and you're just, helping the community right from this YouTube comment section as well. That's very good. That's very, 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 very good. Yeah.
From Shubham, any good hosting service? I actually mentioned that Hostinger. Hostinger is the best service. It also provides 24 into support, and the service is also cheap in budget. You can go for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We personally itself use Hostinger.
Yeah. Free. I cannot tell that free sites, free hosting sites, but as I've already mentioned, just do your website on Google Sites. You just have to put the domain for that, and that domain also you'll get it from GitHub Student Developer Pack for free. Twitter. Okay, audience in Twitter is something. very simple, but there's misconception that Twitter takes a lot of time to increase. But you just need to send in follow requests for the similar kind of people in your niche. Okay, on Twitter there'll be, if you're a website developer, there'll be website developer accounts on Twitter. You just go into that account and you just send follow request for all of his followers. Okay, so you just continuously have to post the content. Without content in your account, they won't follow you back. So just load your profile with content so as to let them follow you back.
Yeah. So
And
in
Twitter,
Twitter,
you
yeah.
one second. Okay, you just have to post 5 to 10 posts a day on Twitter. Like 5 to 6 is enough as a beginner. You just have to be consistent with all the trending hashtags on Twitter. Yeah, continue.
Exactly, exactly. So hashtags and @rate handles actually play a huge role in stepping up your Twitter game. So when you're actually talking, for example, you're a person who is into cybersecurity field. Let's just say you're into cybersecurity, and you want to talk about aspects like data breach. There is a data breach in a company, and credentials of around 1 million or 2 million people have been lost in that data breach. So these are kind of articles that companies such as Wired, if you know what Wired is, then they actually focus on articles such as these, technical and trending. So when you actually post the Wired article in your Twitter handle or LinkedIn handle, just try tagging Wired community. Just try having hashtags that are related to data breach, data security, all of these. So in this particular strategy, what actually happens is the community that actually focuses on data breach and data security will get to know that, okay, there is this person who also focuses on data security and cyber security, which is my domain as well. So why don't we just try to connect? So there might be some knowledge that can be transferred either ways. So these are the mentalities that will happen in LinkedIn as well as in Twitter. And LinkedIn has so much reach. It has the largest reach in all of the social media platforms, because if a person in your community likes a post, then you most likely will definitely get that post in your feed as well. So the reach in LinkedIn is massive. So try focusing on one particular domain, for one particular niche. Whatever you select for your career, just let your profile be that only, and focus on sharing content and sharing articles, whether it's curated or whether it's outsourced from outside, whatever it may be. Just step up your keyword hashtag and @ handle game. And and Nitya also talked about the social media marketing ebook that we're going to release soon. So in that ebook, we're also going to focus on something called as personal marketing. So personal marketing is not for businesses; it's for individuals. So if you are a person who is in data science field and you want to, make your profile a professional data scientist kind of profile, and you want to give certain look to it, then that particular personal branding comes into picture. And we'll also talk about aspects. We'll also look at tools that you can use. These are really friendly tools. You don't really have to have a social media knowledge for it. So these tools will be introduced to you in that ebooks, and they can help you massively in building your personal brand. This is not for companies. This is for individuals who want to succeed in their professional careers. So we'll also talk about there is so the ebook is for both, for a business, and for an individual. Business can be a consultancy or a really established business. So all of these concepts, it's around I don't know, it's around 1,000 words. Sorry, 10,000 words or something. So that's a decent count for the number of words in an ebook. So you'll have all of the elements packed inside it. So it will probably release in a week or so. We're planning for the whole the look of the website, so the ebook. So that is one thing. So it will also involve personal branding. So if you're someone who wants to step up your social media game, then it's definitely a way to go for you. So that is one thing. So Nitya, we've also promised them that we'll show them the DevOps container website and immigration blog wherein the graphic design is present, right? We'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 second.
It's DevOps.
Guys, in meanwhile, if you have any further queries, drop in the chat box. In meanwhile.
Wait. I'm just opening
quick
that.
note.
Yeah, I have it open. Can I just present this?
No.
Yes. It's been like
Okay,
Yeah, can I
okay.
open it?
Wait.
yes,
Are you, are
Nitya
you,
started.
okay, are you
Nitya
doing it?
started.
Awesome. Okay.
It's like a competition
Okay,
between
just
you open or me.
Yeah.
keep that travel. Yeah, keep that travel blog of Inara events in your tab. I'll just show this.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is the whole DevOps container website. This is our, I think, fourth or fifth client. Yeah, we have developed this. We have written the content, graphics, background, website, and everything. Yeah, this is a responsive website. Both, you can access this via phone and desktop. Yeah, so
So
this
Yeah,
is
this,
just,
Nitya,
yeah.
show them the responsiveness by using inspect element, so they can also see it.
Wait.
yeah, you can just you can just drag it to us to an extent wherein it fits a
Yeah,
mobile
one
phone.
sec.
Yeah. So it is getting equipped with whatever the dimensions that we are providing it with. Like this actually forms a tablet. This actually forms a phone, and in a
Yeah,
phone as
in
well.
phone it will be something like this, without eliminating all the contents and everything. It will be neat as such. And
So
when
all
it
of the
comes to,
graphics, exactly. So
e-
all of the graphics which is present there, it was done by our graphics team, and the whole website was developed by our web development team.
yeah, it took us around, I think, around 2 weeks, I guess, for the whole content, website,
Yeah,
graphics,
it's a
and
static
lot of
website, by the way.
revisions after 2 weeks. So many revisions, so many requirements and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's my turn now.
Let's keep on moving like alternative. You go
I
first,
think the
I go next.
graphics, I think the graphics and everything were done by, most of our own hands. The backgrounds and stuff done by one girl. She's not, she's not working in Texthappen, and she's, doing a freelance thing on other domain now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
now we
and
have collaborated with some other graphics like Aquella team. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's got a
present.
bit under. Yeah.
yeah, so this is another example, guys. So I've told you, right, for blogs as well, you'll require graphic designers. So this is a blog on immigration. This is one of the NRI websites. So even we have worked on it. We have provided the content and everything, and this is the graphics that we have provided them with. So this is another aspect wherein graphic designers comes into the limelight. So we just wanted to show you, the kind of work that. So this graphics, it is actually done using Adobe. It was done by our graphic designer Vinay. I guess he's in the session. I don't know. Yeah, it was. The whole feel of the graphic design is, there's a family there. Okay, so they're migrating to a different country. Okay, the blue pictures, a kind of peace, a calm,
So,
serene environment, and the whole thing.
And they're
So
shifting their, their all their items from one
exactly.
city to another city. There's a lot of story in that graphic. Okay, your
Yeah,
graphic has to tell a story to the client according to the content you put in. So that's the reason there's a family immigrating. That's all about immigration. So there's a family immigrating, and they're shifting their items from one city to another city. That graphic explains a whole, story behind that, behind the content.
exactly. So that's what we have talked about earlier, right? We have talked about imagination and how creative you should be in the field of graphic designing. So this won't be developed in a couple of nights or something, but you just have to put in that dedicated hours and look at graphics that is inspiring and get inspired by the designs that they're using. Get equipped with all of the technologies that you might use in your whole freelance journey. So all of these things combined will produce work like this. So, and I hope that community that I have currently will definitely get to that point soon. So this is the whole thing that we wanted to show you. So I hope you guys got an idea about what exactly it is.
Yeah, done, I guess.
guys, in 5 more minutes, we'll be giving the code academy Perk for one guy from YouTube. So make sure you call all your friends onto the live. Or
Yeah.
else, shall we pick the winner tomorrow? Nitya, what you say? Patel?
Yeah,
Okay, it's
so we're only selecting one guy from YouTube, right? There had been so many conversations going on, and so many
yes,
people have
yes.
actually talked. Yeah, yeah. So it's really a tough thing to select from YouTube. We're looking at
Guys,
three people.
Yes,
if you're still looking, if you are on live, kindly drop it in the chat box. I'm live. How many are live? Make it quick.
It's about one of the perk. Uh,
Every day we'll be giving you one of the perk for joining the sessions for your valuable time for the valid contestants. Point to be noted. I'm live. Seven live.
an extreme gamer just texted, so he's probably live as well.
Yes, yes.
Samiha is
We,
live.
we
Anish.
need to appreciate him, a gamer into a session.
Yeah.
We need to appreciate his time.
we have
Naveen.
learned multiple skills by
Yes.
working, like parallelly with working and learning it at the same time.
Where are the other guys? Text up your friends and call them up to the line.
1 second.
Yep.
And I guess like most of the people won't really allow to miss that park, which is absolutely like amazing coding stuff. So just
Those
do
who are
that.
into CS and IT field, it's like a gem for them. Code Academy is a gem for them. $250 is not a joke, big joke.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Regarding for which tutorials you made the channel, Extreme Gamer, regarding games or any other domain.
It would only be sensible if you make tutorials on games. And if you try to make tutorials on Python and stuff like that, then you probably
It will
design
be
games for
completely
them.
opposite. It will be completely opposite.
Yeah.
Mismatch with the title.
Okay, how to download
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to go. Yeah.
That saved us.
Only one
Okay,
video
one
though.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, it just starts with one video. Okay, so
Did I miss
then we
And
anything?
stopped at one.
no,
Yeah,
Extreme
we
Gamer.
a
Then we
discussion is
have a
going on
gamer.
Extreme Gamer channel.
Okay. Hari Krishna, I have just tried to reach your website. Okay. Thank you.
All the links in the description. You can check it out. And TextAppen is
Sorting.
coming. TextAppen
Yeah,
is
yeah.
TextAppen is coming up with a new startup, Feature India. It is a non-profitable organization, whereas they showing up new icons of India for recognition of their hard work, their dedication to the society.
Yes. So we
Thank
have
you. Thank you,
featured
Karthik,
Sutha
for that.
Bombay. Most of you might have known who Sutha Bombay is and the whole idea behind Sutha Bombay. So Sutha Bombay is an apparel. It's a brand. So we have featured them in our channel. It started recently, fairly recently. You can find it on Instagram, and the website is under development. The SEO hasn't currently been done, but the hosting and everything are finalized, and the website is under development. So I guess we'll probably introduce you in a couple of days, like the formal introduction with all of the SEO done and everything. So yeah, we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, we are planning for the people who join 10 session daily. We are planning a big perk for them, biggest
Yeah,
perk
yeah, yeah.
for 10
Uh,
days.
for 10 days, you will be
Who
getting
join
so many
consequently for
perks.
daily? Yeah,
Yeah.
so much.
If you join consistently and if you attend, if you fill up all those attendance forms, we'll just scrutinize and we'll just give huge discounts on, or else like cutoffs on mastery courses. And right after that mastery courses, we'll be giving you a project or an internship kind of thing, so as to you can add that as your work experience as well. So there's so many things coming up, and we are telling you to just learn and just to grow and to establish a professional career. Yeah, that's it.
Guys, there are 30 members. We have only got nearly 5. I am live. So how many are from CSC department? CSC department. CS or IT.
It's fastest thing up first, guys.
Yes, yes. I see over lot of messages are by Extreme Gamer.
40K views for a. Oh, you got 40K views?
Ooh,
Wow,
nice.
that's
Oh,
great.
Oh, that's
That's
so
for a
no,
video.
great.
no, no, no. You know one
No.
thing? Fun fact. He uploaded only one video.
One video and 40K. That got
40K
boomed, my
views for
guy.
that.
Yeah, that
Oh,
got
that's
really good.
so good. That's so good. That's
Yeah.
totally, yeah, that's totally amazing.
Wow, there are so many people from CS background.
Yes, yes. I'm counting on them.
Yeah, and I
If
hope
you
that you
haven't
don't
joined
really
WhatsApp
miss this
group
perk.
link or server links are in the description where you get the attendance link. So you will be getting perks after valid verification. Means either you join the session, you will be getting perk. Whole channel.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Ganesh is from intermediate saying that not up.
Oh, whole channel got deleted with 20K views.
Yes.
No problem. You got 40K views on this video. And just completed my second year, bro. Good vibes.
Yeah. So it's not like completing it. Let's be honest. You did not write the exam, so it's not like completing it. So that's one of the good thing that pandemic has done. You're not forced to sit in that benches, the closely tightened benches, putting Singage books and other publications. I don't even remember the publications that I've used in my intermediate. So all of these stack of books will be lying towards your right, and you just take one book and you scan it like a robo, and you write your weekend examinations. It was really a time that I am really glad that it passed, right? So because of pandemic, you guys got time to work on your website and everything, and I'm so glad for it because uh,
Yeah,
what I'm expecting
exactly.
is, yeah, what I'm expecting is in the BTech fourth year for you guys, it would probably be a tough competition because most of them might have started learning coding and everything in their inter first year and second year itself because of the everything, the pandemic and everything. So they're probably jobless and they're just learning coding, different languages like Spanish and everything. So might be a productive time for everyone. So it might be, a tough competition in your BTech. So just be careful.
And the people who joined in 2020, like me and Cycle and Gauri, we have a lot of bad luck on our shoulders. So we miss a lot
Exactly.
of events. Everything gone on to online. We miss the college life, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
Cycle can feel.
Really, we miss most of the college. Like our college just went sitting at home. Maybe like sitting before the laptop and scrolling in Insta.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
generally
We
happens.
entered in
And
wrong time, man.
the,
We
the
entered in wrong
nostalgic
time.
the nostalgic things about college is canteens and everything. I just miss canteen. That's it. And we don't basically attend classes. We don't
Yes.
basically be in classes. We just roam around, be in the indoor or canteens and stuff. Yeah.
Guys, 70 or 75% is well enough and good. You don't need a 100% attendance for your like degree. Like when you take out your certificate, your 100% certificate will be a single line. Whereas coming to a project, it will showcase a two, 3 pages. He never cares about your attendance when coming to your certificate. So
Yeah.
don't bother on attendance, never.
Just be safe, be at home, start something new, excel in your career. This is the right time. Truly, this is the right time. Just think of pandemic as in a positive way and sit at home and start something exceptional. We are here to support and we are here to help you at all times. So this is the right time. Yeah, I think the session is
Yes.
long. Then
Yes, yes. It even
Yeah,
costs
sure.
2 hours.
yeah, exactly.
So if there is someone who
Okay.
wants to be an entrepreneur in the whole community that we're sharing right now, if you aspire to be an entrepreneur, then I highly suggest reading the links that Nitya has put in the group, Amazon links. So they redirect you to two of the most,
Yeah, exactly.
the wholesome reads of my collection. So you just, I actually suggest you to get those books and have a read. It'll definitely change the way you look at the world and everything, your interactions with people. All of them will definitely have a change in them, and that change would be for the good. So definitely purchase them if possible.
Nitya did you know that a guy called Vivek Bindra?
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
He released a recently a course like entrepreneurship course, mastery course. Like we'll be providing that course in our server link today,
Okay.
which costs around 30,000.
Ooh,
I know
Oh,
the
that's
cost
great.
is. Yes.
Okay.
awesome.
That's great.
So that's such a good opportunity, guys.
Yes.
Make sure that you join in the Discord as well.
Okay, Karthik, now can we just wind up the session?
Yeah. So I can summarize the session. After the session, we'll finalize the giveaway and wind up the session.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the day 4 session of us, Let's Scale Up, we have discussed about the graphic designing and how to start as a graphic designer, how to learn graphic designing, how to pull your clients, and some of the most valuable tips from Nitya and Patabi, like most of them from the mastery courses, and you'll get to know in deep in the mastery courses, which we will be providing soon. Okay. So, and we also discussed like how to start blogging with the minimal knowledge you have in the academics, and use academics as a source for blogging, and how to monetize it. These are the topics which I have covered today, and I guess that most of the questions which you asked were solved and sorted, and the session was absolutely went well. So now I just take the
Yeah, you
words
can
of
tell that
Karthik.
how you feel about this session. Is it good, or is it up to your ideology
Yes.
requirements?
Your feedback matters a lot, so that we can improve, and it just really
Yeah,
boosts the
exactly.
conference.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we are
They will be
providing
sharing the
many
feedback
perks.
in our forms.
Uh,
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Guys, after this session ending, after the session wind up, at comment section, drop a comment, anything. So we'll pick a random comment from in the next session on live.
Thank you, Shravan.
Guys, shall I end up?
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
we
yes.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, anything regarding non-abusive content, relevant content, well, not anything. Sorry for that. Guys, thank you for joining the day 4 session, which is collaboratively conducted by Feedbuzz and Texthappen. Let's skill up sessions. It is day 4 completed. We have remaining 6 more sessions, and there are many more sessions coming up with other speakers also. We are planning for offline videos also, not live. So make sure you subscribe. No, we don't say that. Thank you for joining the session. All each of the guy I want to say you. Thank you Patabi Maladi for joining the session. Thank you Nitya for joining and making the session awesome. As well, I want to thank you Saikir and Gauri for making the session went up very well, interacting with each and every guy. I want to thank you everyone for joining the day 4 session. Thank you all. Signing up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your comments.